Are we good? Yeah. All right. John,
Rick,
you're in front of the camera.
it feels weird over here.
It does?
I feel naked.
Aw.
Should I get naked?
Why are we here?
Well, we're going to do an album swap review.
An album swap review. Okay, John and I,
Sounds about
we're here, Kingfish, Rick, John, and we decided about 2 weeks ago that we would choose a record for each other, and each of us would review the record, and then we would come back and do a review for everybody out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you chose one, and which would that be?
I chose Chet Baker in New York for Rick to listen to since he doesn't have a lot of jazz background.
No, I don't.
So I was hoping to kind of, open it up for him. You got to start somewhere.
A little bit of an introduction to jazz.
Yes. So you could always do, what's the Miles Davis that I can't think of right now?
Kind of Blue?
That one.
Okay.
And I'm the jazz guy and he's telling me the album. So
Coltrane?
early Coltrane you can do. But this is like, is this what this is for?
That is what that's for.
Look at that, fancy. So I figured this is a nice intro jazz, no squawkiness, it's nice and mellow, and not mellow, but clear.
Okay.
Doesn't have weirdness to it. So it's a good, for somebody starting jazz, that's a good album right there. So.
All right, so
All right.
I got my little black book. John wrote his notes in there. Okay, in his phone.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Well, let's first I'll let them know who's on here.
Okay,
So, obviously Chet Baker.
Obviously.
And what does he play?
saxophone.
Nope, trumpet. Okay, so he listened to this. It's right here on the back.
Okay. All right, who else we got?
Johnny Griffin,
What did he do?
tenor sax.
Tenor.
Al Haig.
Al
on piano.
Haig. He would do
Paul.
piano?
Piano.
Okay.
Paul Chambers on bass. And Philly Joe Jones, which is very
Philly.
good.
Philly.
Philly
like,
Joe.
As in Philadelphia.
I have
Philly.
an idea. Well, I know where he's from.
Philly?
Yeah, could
Okay.
be. He's probably like my second favorite jazz drummer behind Art Blakey.
Really?
And he did some stuff on here that reminded me
No,
of
I
Blakey.
thought some of the little things you did on here were actually pretty impressive.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you like that, then you might like Art Blakey.
No, probably not. Anyway, let's continue.
That's harsh. Okay. Okay. So
All right.
talk about it a little bit. Let me know what you thought. Don't do your ranking yet, but maybe just
Okay.
what was your first initial...
As a whole?
yeah.
Or do you want me to go down song by song?
No, you can go whatever your notes are,
All
man.
right.
Oh, look at that.
Basically, listening to it, I was like, oh, this is some fun, bouncy type stuff, upbeat. I was listening to Fair One. I love the bass line in that. The bass line was really cool. But then it started to me always following the same pattern.
Okay.
Okay, it seemed like they'd start the track off and they'd all be playing together, and on this one riff, it's like they'd all start out and then they would all basically do a solo in the middle of it, and it was just like following the same pattern each single time.
Yeah, so it's like a song. You're gonna have a verse, chord. You're gonna have a main melody in jazz, but then they go off into okay, let's go see what you got here, see what you can
I think
make up on the spot.
Yeah, and if that's what they're doing, making it up on the spot, then
Yeah.
it's really fantastic. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Is it something that I can like sit there and just be like, yeah, man, yeah, jazz fingers,
Right.
shit like that. I
You
can't.
gotta get the hat.
I can't like. It doesn't suck me in.
Okay.
And there was some stuff. There was polka dots and moonbeams. It was very laid back, kind of sexy, mellow.
Sexy.
It was kind of sexy.
He took his shirt off.
And then there's Hotel 49. Hotel 49 is crazy, man.
That
crazy,
one I like. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
And that was the one we had talked about where the bass player used the bow.
Yes.
Uses a bow on his bass.
Yeah.
And it was actually a pretty cool sound.
And there's not really a credit for it. I had to kind of look it up because you hear this coming in. You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And he was known for that, for doing that
Really?
on a lot of albums. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, same thing. Blue Thoughts, another one that was very mellow and laid back and things like that.
We have matching notes. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
We said the same thing.
Really?
I didn't even have to
Okay.
Basically,
So
yeah.
that's basically where I got from it. I thought it was very cool. Background music for me. Cooking dinner or something. am I really like hard paying attention to it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. You know, I mean it. I mean, I told you that over the past 2 weeks, I have tried to listen to this in the store like 5 or 6 times, and it just doesn't hold my attention, you know, all the time. I mean, you know, and then I'm starting to pick up, okay, I know this riff from this song, you know, when I'd walk out here and things like that, but otherwise, you know, it just, you know, just kind of blew past me.
Do you think it's a lack of lyrics, or it's just...
Maybe.
Is it, I mean, do you feel like the energy of it when you're listening to it? Or is it like easy listening to you right now?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So I'd be interested to see if like later on.
I'm not saying it's elevator music or anything like that, you know? I mean, but it's just very mellow music to just, you know, I mean, if you're, you know, kind of getting high or something like that. And,
Chet Baker
just
probably
sitting
was,
back, you know,
he's
and
more
just
than likely,
chilling, you know, just something in the background to just put on.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
So, are you glad you at least tried it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay. No, I mean, definitely, you know, an artist that, you know, I mean, I have heard so much about, you know, throughout the years. You know, I never really actually sat down and listened to something by him.
And he has an interesting story, big time,
absolutely.
Okay, so what if you gave it a rating out of 5 stars, what do you think you would give it?
3.
3? Mm-hmm. We match on that. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like the album, but there's a lot of piano in it, and that I'm not a big jazz piano person.
Yeah.
So that brought the score down a little bit because of all the little. I like it when it's all together, but when you give it too much piano, then to me it's like lounge music. As much as I listen to jazz, that's why I don't get into like Bill Evans and stuff like that, because it's too much piano.
It's like I'm going to a, you know, nice restaurant, you know, and it's like, you know, okay, hey, they got a nice, you know, piano guy in the corner. Going to Disney, you know, you know, and you're going to a resort, and there's some dude on the piano just.
Right. But if you had sax, it's like the trumpet and sax are kind of like the electric guitar of the jazz world to me. It's like, I'm not even a big guitar jazz guy either, but I like the horns and the drums. That's my big thing.
Okay.
So,
there we go.
Would you buy it? Would it go in your collection?
No, probably not.
And I already have it in my collection, so.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, your turn.
All right. So I wanted to bring out a new release.
Yep.
Something that probably neither of us have heard. You know, something that would be completely fresh. And so my son had told me about this band. They are Sleep Token. And this is, you like them, Caitlin?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Okay. This is their latest album, and it doesn't fit in the thing.
What's in there? It's only one album, right?
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't fit in the thing.
Okay.
So this one is their latest. It is called Even in Arcadia. Okay. And so this just came out about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty recent.
There we go. All right. Go ahead, John. What was your impressions?
All right. Well, I mean, I looked them up, and they're interesting because you don't know who they are.
Right.
They're kind of like Ghost in a way. That not the music.
Where they are a bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
Yes.
They wear the masks.
They are covered. They're kind of shrouded, and they have long flowing capes or whatever.
Yeah. Very dramatic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I want to know about the band and all that. Looked it up and I'm like, I can't find out anything on them because they don't tell you.
Right. So the lead singer apparently goes by the name of Vessel.
Okay.
And the others in the band are 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Respectively.
Okay.
Okay. And I guess they have some background singers, and they are referred to as Aspera.
Okay.
Aspera.
Very out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the album. I mean, I'm just going to go off the top of my. I have a bunch of notes, but I don't want to sit here and read it. But I did put. There was a cello. They do bring in some instruments out of nowhere. Like there was a cello on track 6, and that was cool. So they start off seemed like atmospheric, and then that first song gets really heavy, and I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was like it wasn't Cookie Monster singing. It was just energy and emotion, I guess you'd say. So I like that. I like that feel. It got heavy, and then it got real mellow. But then it turns into this almost, I don't want to say complete pop album, but it goes into pop-like music, a little bit of maybe R&B.
And
it keeps this
I got that
atmosphere
as
through
well.
the whole thing, right? The atmosphere remains, but they go through these different genres all the way through the album.
I get a little bit of hip hop in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Almost not quite rap in one
no.
part, but he's kind of
right.
on
It's
that
just
border.
got that hip hop feel to the way he's delivering the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know. Very keyboardy.
Yeah.
In a way, goth, emo.
Yeah.
A little bit of that in there, but also heavy. You know, I mean, so are they metal or I don't know. I don't know really what to consider.
Yeah, I put electronic, keyboard, metal. I said a hell of a drummer. The drummer was like the main highlight for me the whole time, all the way through. So yeah, listening to it, it's not, again, it's like you with the jazz. It's kind of like, yeah, it's cool. I listened to it. I'm glad I listened to it. But it's like, would I buy it? Probably not.
Okay.
It's not something I'd want to put on.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, but I'm glad I listened to it. Now
Yeah.
I know about the band,
Right.
and it's good for like if somebody likes Ghost or something.
Yeah.
I say, hey, there's a band sort of similar to that.
Well, I mean, and there's some things that I really did not like about it. I
Okay.
mean, like some of his vocals are like in like a slow motion, or like he's like roaring. And
yes, that did. Yes, you're all right.
And then there's other parts where the auto tune, and I hate auto tune more than anything.
Yeah.
You know,
those are the parts I didn't like.
but
I'm with you.
very dreamy sounding, ethereal, almost like smoke-filled, you know, arenas and things like that. And I really liked it, and very keyboardy.
Yeah.
But-
Did you because it's 57 minutes. Did it feel longer than that? Did it feel like a long? It
Absolutely.
felt like a really long album. Right?
I was looking at the times,
Yeah.
and I'm like, every song is like 8-9.
Yeah, and it's only 10 tracks.
I know.
And I kind of felt tired at the end, like
Yeah.
I would with an album where it's like, okay, you should have cut this down to 10.
But I also think that they kind of when they get to a chorus or a line, they just repeat it over and over. Like
Yeah.
it's like 20 times.
Right.
And it's like they really could have shaved this a little bit. So
Yeah, yeah. So,
So where are you on this?
well, I put I ranked it at a 3 out of 5 stars
Okay.
because I felt they were imaginative. There's a lot. I always look at everything, even if I'm not 100% on with the album.
Yeah.
Look at the good points. But then those other areas, like you said, his voice did kind of sound the same all the way through, and then
Yeah.
yeah. So
And I liked his voice. I really kind of did,
Yeah,
you know.
it
And
just-
I liked the themes of the songs.
Yeah.
The lyrics I thought were very cool.
yeah, the lyrics are that's another thing. The lyrics went from like almost this
Kind of doomy, but
doomy poetic,
Yeah,
and I'm going,
exactly.
what are you talking about here? But I want to find out. To kind of like modern day stuff where it was like, I don't know, it wasn't very imaginative.
Yeah.
So it had a mix of that.
What's your rank?
I'm going 3 out of 5 stars, and would I buy it? No, I'm
I'm going 3 out of 5 as well.
Okay.
And same thing. I don't think I'd buy it.
Okay.
So, all right. So that's
All
it
right.
for this week. We'll come out with another couple maybe next week.
Yep.
If you guys have any suggestions, let us know in the comments, and we'll take those into consideration, right?
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
And thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.
Bye.
All right.